Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're making French toast. It is such a treat, especially for Sunday morning or even as a dessert. It is super decadent and delicious. As someone who grew up eating French toast, it's quite difficult to find it in restaurants or hotels, so I usually make my own, and these taste so good and they're very similar to the original version, and they're easy to make. You just need a few ingredients. I share two different recipes, so if you're allergic to some of the ingredients, you can try the other, or if you just don't have it at home. So I hope you enjoy these, and yeah, let's get started. First, you want to decide on what kind of bread you want to use. I personally like plain white bread with the crust cut off like this. I feel like it absorbs the vanilla and cinnamon very well, and it's super soft and absorbent. On the other hand, sourdough is more traditional and has lots of air pockets to drench in those flavors. So this really depends on what you like, and this also applies to how thick you want your slice to be as well. I'm using very thin slices. Into a mixing bowl, we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of chickpea flour. A little bit of milk goes in so that we can stir that and get rid of any clumps and get a smooth texture before we add the rest of the milk. Here I'm adding half a cup of milk. You want to use a whisk to blend and lightly aerate the mixture. Then a teaspoon of vanilla extract goes in and 2 to 3 teaspoons of cinnamon powder, depending on how intense you want the taste to be. Personally, I think the more the better, so I've used 3 teaspoons here. Then I'm adding a tablespoon of agave nectar. You can use any sweetener of your choice. A pinch of salt goes in to balance off all the flavors. Here I'm using black salt just to give it that extra eggy taste. So now we can dunk our bread slices. I like to leave them in for about a minute on each side so it can soak up enough flavor. Then to a hot pan, I'm adding a tablespoon of coconut oil. I find that coconut oil makes a French toast taste very luxurious, but you can also skip this and toast it directly without oil if you prefer. Then we're gonna gently place the bread and cook on medium heat for 3 to 4 minutes on each side. When you flip the bread, you're gonna get a sweet brown and toasty color, so you know it's done. Then you can plate that up with your favorite French toast toppings. I'm dusting some powdered sugar on top with some maple syrup and fresh raspberries. So this next recipe is slightly different, and it's for those of you who don't have chickpea flour at home or are allergic and want a lower in fat and higher protein version. So I'm going to show you how to do that. For this recipe, I'm using thicker slices of bread so I can stack them up. Into a bowl, we're going to add half a pack of Silken tofu. It is so soft, you can just mash it with a spoon and get a perfectly smooth and silky consistency. Then we're gonna add half a cup of plant milk and give that a quick mix so everything is softly blended together. Then I'm adding a teaspoon of cinnamon powder and a teaspoon of vanilla essence, a tablespoon of sweetener, a pinch of salt. I'm using black salt again, and you want to gently whisk all of that together until the swirls of cinnamon is fully dissolved. Then we're gonna dunk our bread let it soak for a minute, and then gently place them on a hot pan. This version requires a little longer to cook, so about 3 to 4 minutes on medium, low heat on each side should do it. You're gonna get nicely browned and coated slices. As an addition to this treat, I'm gonna show you one of my favorite additions to French toast, which is a creamy, thick vanilla sauce. To a pan, add a tablespoon of flour and a tablespoon of coconut oil. You just want to gently heat it for some minutes, and before it browns, add half a cup of plant milk and whisk together. A teaspoon of vanilla extract goes in, and then add 2 tablespoons of the leftover silken tofu. This makes the sauce incredibly creamy and thick. If you don't have any tofu, just add 2 teaspoons of additional flour instead. Lastly, I'm adding a tablespoon of sweetener. And then we're gonna vigorously whisk until the sauce is super thick, pale, and creamy. What I like about this vanilla sauce is that it's not too sweet, it's just sweet enough to be a good filling with an amazing silky texture. So we're gonna take that off the heat, and now we can plate our French toast. So I'm just stacking all the slices, and then the vanilla sauce goes on top with some fresh berries. A delicious twist to the classic French toast. I hope you guys have a chance to try these out. It is absolutely such a treat. If you have an occasion coming up for you and your loved ones, it also looks so pretty as well. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and lots more vegan and dairy-free and egg-free videos are coming up. So if you want to stay informed, subscribe so you never miss a video. Until then.